Good afternoon. Good afternoon, YouTube. Ma'am, the reason I'm responding on your video is because you responded on the video where Jay-Z is being interviewed by the radio personality. I think it's Wendy Williams, but I'm not sure who it is. Where the woman is asking Jay-Z if he's a part of the Illuminati or some secret society, or is he a Mason? And you seem to think that's ridiculous, and Jay Z brushed that off as being ridiculous or foolishness. But I'm here to tell you that after watching several videos of Forerunner 77, which you criticized for attacking Jay Z, who Forerunner 77 really doesn't attack Jay Z, but he attacks all anti Christian, whether you be Jay Z, T Pain, or hip hop artist, or some major Hollywood media mongol. He's going to attack you if it's anti-Christian. But getting back to the point, you saying that Jay Z being a Mason and people criticizing Masonry is foolishness. Well, first of all, I used to think that some of these people were just being paranoid until I started watching more and more people showing me the symbolism in some of the music videos that points to Satanism and Masonry and ushering a new world order. Masonry and Satanism are what's going to usher in the new world order or the one world government that the Bible speaks about. Now, you'll have a lot of people on here to lead you to believe that, oh, we as black people been practicing masonry since the ancient Egyptians and so forth. But the ancient Egyptians is part of the old Babylonian religion, is part of that satanic religion that the Bible speaks about. That ancient Egyptian or that ancient mystery system, basically, those ancient Egyptians received their knowledge from fallen angels or fallen demons long ago. And when I say the Bible speaks about this, the Bible speaks about it, but more so the Apocrypha speaks about this. And the Most High or God warns about this knowledge. See, one of the things that they teach on YouTube that you got to get this knowledge, you got to get this wisdom, you got to get this knowledge, you got to get this wisdom. But the Bible speaks about that. The Bible has a scripture which says, forever learning and never coming to the knowledge of the truth. In other words, people are always going to be going after this book, that book, this book, that book, and trying to gain knowledge. I was on here, I was starting to listen to the Moors. I was starting to listen to the Five Percenters. I was starting to listen to the Egyptologists. And I'm saying to myself, wow, this is some deep and this is some heavy stuff. Until I start realizing that some of these Moors, they actually worship, they're actually trying to get you to worship the devil. I even get to the point where the Moors are saying that, I'm saying some of the Moors, and I've seen some of them say it. They're saying that Jesus is really Lucifer and Lucifer is really God. And Jesus is really the devil. In other words, they're flipping the script saying that Jesus is the evil one and Lucifer is the good one. Lucifer is the morning star. What kind of shit is that? And this is all in the name of black nationalism, and this is all in that masonry stuff. This is basically what Masonry and Satanism is teaching. They want to flip the script and tell you that what's good is bad and what's bad is good. And they want to make you think that the white man gave you Christianity and that Christianity is evil. They want you to think that when you worship Jesus, you're worshiping Zeus. But getting back to my point, when Jay-Z says that he's not part of a secret society, they won't let him on a certain golf course because he's from Morrissey Projects in Brooklyn. Jay-Z's full of shit. Jay-Z has lunch with Bill Gates. Jay-Z has an apartment in New York. Jay-Z like has his own big billboard out in New York City. I mean, he lives in an apartment building where it's like to rent the place is like at least $1 million a month. This is the apartment. I mean, he lives in I think in the building where Madonna has an apartment. Where Madonna lives in New York City, he has an apartment. I think he has the whole damn floor. He has lunch with Bill Gates. His girl Beyonce has sings for the president, has contact with the president. You don't think they get invited to the White House and shit like that? In other words, they're connected with these higher ups. Jay-Z's already he's already in with these big movie mongols. Then if you look at all of the symbolism, the satanic symbolism, not only in Jay-Z's music, but in most of these big time hip hop stars, Kanye West, Jay-Z, T-Pain, Rihanna, Lady Gaga. Look at their videos. And this is, I thank God for Forerunner 77. He points out all the symbolism in it and what it means. He points out its ties to Freemasonry. He points out its ties to the ancient Egyptian mystery system, the Isle of Osiris. All of that is a form of Satanism and devil worship. Now, you say you're a part of the Eastern Stars. The Eastern Stars that you may be a part of, you probably don't even know what's going on, and you're in it. You don't have to be in it to know what's going on. There's tons of information out there. You're in it, and you don't even know what's going on. You probably the only thing you probably know is that you're offered social contacts, and it's a networking. You have network ability, and you probably get breaks in the court system. You probably get breaks in the banking system. You probably get breaks, as far as obtaining a job or whatever. That's probably the level of the masonry that you know, but you don't know about them trying to build the Solomon Temple and placing themselves in Jerusalem in the temple and making themselves seem as if they're a god. You probably don't know anything about the FEMA concentration camps. You probably don't know about the New World Order or the One World Government's plan to get rid the world's population, cut the world's population by 2/3. You probably don't even know anything about that. Now, I'm not even in the Masons, and I know that much. Why don't you tell me something that the Masons do? I don't want to hear about the Masons, the Shriners, or they contribute money to hospitals and they got a burn unit and stuff like that. I know about the Knights Templar. You're talking about the Knights Templar. The Knights Templar, excuse me, is one of the first forms of Freemasonry. You probably gonna say that they're the ones that try to protect the secret Jesus teachings from the church, but no, the Knights Templar is basically a strong arm for the Pope, which is that the Pope, the Catholic Church, is that main religion that's going to deceive the whole world. But there's somebody higher than the Pope, which is the Black Count, and the Black Count answers to the devil. So all that Freemasonry stuff, all this hip hop bullshit, um, ancient Egyptian mystery system bullshit, all wants to give credence to the devil.